school system or something like that. Of course, a lot of disrespect amongst the young nowadays, teenagers and that type of thing. Oh, yeah. And, you try and tell them something to do something about it or change the behavior or something like that. And what do you get? More defiance there. But New Britain school system apparently is looking to do something about it. On the phone this morning is Erin Stewart of the New Britain School District to tell us about their new policy. Good morning there, Erin.
I'm good. How's it going?
Excellent. Good to talk to you this morning. Tell me about this new policy that's got everybody talking over there in New Britain and the state alike.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, we've got the Don't Talk Smack, Don't Show Crack policy that we're implementing this year with the New Britain school system. So basically, we're saying that we're tired of what we've become. Our district was going downhill. No one was taking responsibility for the way that the children were acting. We've become complacent with the behavior. But now, if the kids are caught swearing at the teachers or any staff member, they'll get an automatic 5 to 10 days suspension for swearing, and having their pants down below their cracks will result in an immediate sent to the office to change.
This is something that feels long overdue, but, so many times nowadays you hear about a situation where basically, it's like victims' rights, you know what I mean? Or criminal rights at the same time, too. It's like you have kids, again, in high school and junior high and, hell, even at the elementary school level at this point, that this behavior is rampant. This is what they're learning, or, again, nobody's calling them on it. So by the time they get to high school, it's pretty out of control.
Yeah, it's our fault for making that acceptable, but what we want to teach the kids, too, is an etiquette lesson. You will show respect. You're going to take personal responsibility for yourself, and that personal responsibility is going to take on several different forms. You'll dress in an appropriate way when you attend school in New Britain. You'll be personally responsible for the language that comes out of your mouth. And if you're not welcome here, and there's going to be consequences for your actions. So, and, it's important to part that, you will gotta respect the dedicated men and women who are teaching you the skills that you need to graduate and get a job when you're done with our system.
Erin Stewart serves on the New Britain Board of Education and was one of those who voted to put in Superintendent Kel Cooper, and now you're seeing these policies that you guys are putting forward there. What is the reception that you're receiving so far from parents with this policy?
It has been wonderful, but in addition to this policy, we have changed virtually our entire school district around in the last year. And it's tough, if people don't take change easily. We've reverted back to neighborhood schools, and that has our first day of school next week. We'll see the fruits of our labor with that. I'm really excited. I think that the neighborhoods are excited to come back together too. But this policy, all of our parents are respecting it. They get it. Our teachers are excited for it. They've been praising it too. So it's we've got to get the principals to crack down on it.
I'm reading about this plan to fine parents $75 if their kids are caught skipping school.
Oh, yeah. We talked about that one last year too. Our truancy problem. We have a truancy issue in New Britain where you'll find kids that get off the bus at New Britain High School and they start walking the other way.
Right.
So
it happens in Middletown too, girl.
I'm sure it happens everywhere.
Right.
What we want to do is we want to also hold those kids personally responsible, and the parents too. When you give birth to a child, you bear responsibility. And your responsibility is to make sure that child is clothed, is fed, is on and off to school, and getting an education that we're providing them. So we want parents to start taking responsibility for those children.
I couldn't agree with you more, Erin. I wonder, has anybody brought, and I just have to play devil's advocate here, has anybody been talking about legal action or whatsoever? Because, you always get that individuals, it's like, my kid is fine, and I don't need you to tell me, keep your laws off my body.
Well, then perhaps they should reconsider sending their children to the New Britain school system.
Well, I like your position, and you have my support. Like I said, no question about it. Hopefully we'll see something like this spread. That would be great.
Hey, I hope so, but I know we can do better in New Britain. I'm confident that Kel Cooper is getting the job done. I love the students here. I know that they'll follow, we hope, these rules. We want to set the bar higher. No more low expectations. We've got to set it higher when it comes to our students. Otherwise, we're never going to see success.
I understand you're going to be running for mayor of New Britain.
I am running for mayor this year. That I am, and hopefully we can get these policies implemented, and it's exactly what I want to happen underneath the Mayor Erin Stewart administration.
What does it take for it to move forward on these policies? Is there a vote that's necessary, anything like that, or it's been announced and that's it, we're doing it?
It's been announced, that's it, we're doing it. We've got all of our principals on board, so each school will have its own policy, and I'm sure we'll send it to our policy committee for review, but everyone on the school board is on board with this.
You can find out more about Erin and the initiatives that they're putting forward, and she hopes to put forward down there in New Britain, I should say. Stewart for NB.com. It's great to talk to you this morning, Erin. Best of luck coming up.
Thank you so much for having me. Take care.
Young lady, 26 years old, but she has quite a bit of experience. She's been doing a lot of volunteer work. She's been on the Board of Education now for a couple of years at this point, and involved in a bunch of other community networks and that type of thing, whatever. She's a busy young lady, that one.
Great vision, too.
And a good energy, and no excuses, no compromises. That's exactly the type of thing that they need down there.
Right. She'll take you down.
Right. I think you're going to be hearing more from Erin Stewart now. Hopefully we'll be talking to her again in the future as well. Coming up.